The wedding photographer captured something in our photos that ended 3 marriages. I was 26 when I started my photography business. Wedding season was brutal. 12-hour days, bridezillas, drunk groomsmen. But the money was good, and I was saving for my own studio. The Morrison wedding seemed routine enough. Big Catholic ceremony, 200 guests, open bar, standard rich family affair. Sarah Morrison was marrying David Chen, both from prominent local families. Their parents had been friends for decades. The kind of wedding where everyone knows everyone, and the guest list reads like the country club directory. I was shooting the reception when I noticed something in my viewfinder. During the father-daughter dance, I was capturing Sarah and her dad, when movement in the background caught my attention. Behind the floral arrangements, barely visible through the greenery, was Sarah's new mother-in-law, Mrs. Chen. She wasn't watching the dance. She was making out with Sarah's uncle. Not a friendly kiss. Full on, hands everywhere, passionate makeout session. They thought they were hidden behind the 8-foot centerpieces, but my telephoto lens caught everything. I kept shooting, assuming it was a one-time thing. Maybe too much champagne. Then I spotted them again during the cake cutting. This time, Mrs. Chen's hand was down the uncle's pants. That's when I noticed the third person watching them. Sarah's dad, the same man currently dancing with his daughter, was staring directly at his brother and new in-law. His face was stone cold. He knew. After the reception, I went through my photos. I had captured an entire affair playing out in the background of what should have been the happiest day of these families' lives. The timestamps showed it had been going on for hours. I faced a dilemma. These weren't my family members, but I had evidence of something that would destroy multiple families. The professional thing would be to edit them out. The human thing felt more complicated. 2 days later, Sarah called, crying. "The photos are beautiful," she said, "but there's something weird in some of them. Can you meet me at Starbucks?" When I arrived, Sarah had printed out 3 photos on her home printer. She pointed to the background. "Is that David's mom with my Uncle Rick?" I looked at the photos, then at Sarah's confused face. "What do you want me to tell you?" I asked carefully. Sarah stared at the images. David's parents have been married 30 years. My aunt and Uncle Rick just celebrated their 25th anniversary last month. That's when I realized the full scope of what I'd captured. This wasn't just an affair. It was destroying 2 marriages. Potentially 3 if Sarah's dad had been covering for his brother. "Can you send me the high-resolution versions?" Sarah asked quietly. I hesitated. "Are you sure you want them?" She nodded. "My aunt deserves to know. And if my dad's been keeping this secret." 3 hours later, my phone exploded with calls. Sarah had sent the photos to her aunt, David's father, and confronted her own dad about what he knew. Sarah's aunt filed for divorce that week. David's parents separated after his father confronted his wife with the photos. The bombshell was Sarah's dad. When confronted, he broke down and admitted he'd been having his own affair for 2 years. Sarah's mother had suspected, but never had proof. By the end of the month, 3 marriages were over. The families blamed me, of course. "You should have minded your own business," Mrs. Chen screamed over the phone. "Those photos were private property." "Actually," I replied, "they were my intellectual property, and I was hired to document your son's wedding." I documented what happened. Sarah sent me a thank you card 6 months later. She'd called off her own wedding after seeing how her family fell apart. "Better to know now than find out 10 years from now," she wrote. The Morrison-Chen wedding became infamous in our small town. I lost several bookings when word spread that I was the photographer who destroyed 3 marriages. But I also gained clients who specifically wanted someone who wouldn't hide the truth in their photos. Last month, Sarah hired me to shoot her engagement photos with her new fiancé, a guy she met in therapy while processing her family drama. This time, she laughed. "Make sure the background is clear."